everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm really excited because I'm talking about one of my current obsessions, and that would be Harry Potter. I thought it would be really fun to make this video in honor of the new Harry Potter spin-off movie, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, which is coming out in theaters November 18th, I believe. Now I know I'm a horrible person. I went almost 18 years without ever seeing a single Harry Potter movie or ever reading a single book. But that has definitely changed this year. Growing up, I was not allowed to read or watch Harry Potter just because my parents weren't very comfortable with it, and we just left it at that. And now that I've just started reading the books and watching the movies, I can kind of understand that. I mean, there are aspects of the books and movies that are definitely dark, and there are definitely a few very scary and intense parts that probably would have scared me as a kid, to be honest. I am kind of happy that I waited to get into Harry Potter until this year because I feel like now I can fully appreciate the whole story for just the epicness that it is, and just all the creative aspects and different things that J.K. Rowling put into it. One of my best friends, Maddie, is the person who got me started on Harry Potter. Over the summer, she's kind of the one who got me into it. We started watching the movies together, and I didn't love the first two. I think it was the third one that really got me hooked on it, and I will admit, I went ahead and watched a couple of the movies before I read the books. Please don't hate me. Also, before I actually read any of the books, this summer I actually got the chance to go to Universal Studios and Harry Potter World, where we got to see like the Hogwarts Castle and the Hogsmeade Village and try butterbeer, and it was fantastic. Thankfully, I was not completely clueless when I went because I had watched the first three movies beforehand, so I kind of knew the general gist of what everything was, I guess. I'll try to insert a few pictures here of some of the different things we saw at Universal. The Hogsmeade Village looks so much like the movies. The Hogwarts Castle was also really cool too, and it was cool because they had like the picture frames that moved inside. The butterbeer was also really good too. My only complaint was that it was just really sweet. I really want to try making butterbeer sometime, but I'm gonna have to look up a recipe that uses less sugar. So right now, as you can tell, I am on the fourth Harry Potter book, The Goblet of Fire. I think I'm about halfway through it. Hopefully I'll finish it before Thanksgiving. That's my goal. Don't know if it'll happen, but I'm definitely going to try. I have seen all the movies up until Half-Blood Prince, and so far, I think the movies have done a pretty good job picking out like the main parts of the books. I kind of have to say I actually like the books and movies equally. I don't know, just my opinion. So far, my favorite book has definitely been Goblet of Fire because there's definitely a lot more things going on in the world. Like the stakes are definitely getting higher now. And my favorite movie by far was The Order of the Phoenix. And I've actually heard that a lot of people didn't like the book, and I don't really know why. I mean, I haven't read it yet, but from the movie, it looks like it's going to be a pretty good book. Things get more intense, there's a little bit of romance, and I can tell that the plot is definitely just going to intensify as the series goes on. I have not yet met Luna in the books yet, but from the movie, she just seems like a very intriguing character, and I just like that she doesn't really care what anyone thinks of her. I would also say that Snape is actually one of the most interesting characters to me, just because like you're not always sure like what side he's on. He's very mysterious, and I'm very curious to learn more about his backstory and just see how things progress with him. I'm also very curious to learn more about Tom Riddle's past. At the end of Chamber of Secrets, I totally didn't know that big plot twist that comes to the end, and I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. I was sitting there watching the movie for the first time, and I was totally like, what is going on here? Another big moment for me was watching Goblet of Fire for the first time because I have never seen like actual real life Voldemort on TV like ever in my life. At the end of Goblet of Fire, he's creepy. He's creepy. So anyway, I just want to say that J.K. Rowling is a genius for like building these characters and this world and just writing something totally different that had never been done before. J.K. Rowling is literally the queen of world building. Like I read somewhere that it took her 5 years before she even wrote the first Harry Potter book just to plan out all 7 of the books. And it's also really cool to just see how she didn't give up and that she just kept going and she kept writing when everyone else told her that this idea wouldn't work out, and now she's like the most successful author of our time right now. So I am very grateful that I'm finally getting the chance to get into Harry Potter. I'm really liking it so far, and I'm really excited to see what's gonna happen with Goblet of Fire and just keeping up with the characters as the series progresses. Obviously, I'm also really pumped to see Fantastic Beasts when it does come out. I'm really curious to see how the wizarding world in North America is going to compare to the world in Europe and just like the differences between that. Let me know when you plan to see Fantastic Beasts, and also comment and let me know what your favorite Harry Potter book and movie is. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys soon with another video. Bye! Practicing for the ballet, Potter. Scared, Potter. Potter, 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 Potter.